Hello everybody, iShard2003 aka Camden here today, bringing you guys a video that has been a long time coming on this channel. Today guys, I am going to be talking about Warriors Cats BlogClan Roleplay Season 3 and the reason why I discontinued the series. Of course, it's been like just under 3 years since I decided to discontinue the series, so like this isn't new to a lot of y'all, I believe. And I have addressed the reasons why I decided to discontinue the series in live streams and, you know, in a few videos here and there, but I've never made a video specifically to address the topic of BlogClan Roleplay, and I feel like I kind of owe it to some of y'all who don't watch any of my live streams or other videos on this channel. So yeah, that's what we're doing here today. Also, just before recording this video, I made another video where I asked y'all to send in some of your questions about BlogClan Roleplay, whether it be about, you know, behind the scenes stuff in the series, or some story elements where you might wanted to know how the series was supposed to end before it got canceled, and you want, you know, some loose ends tied up for you. So I thought I could do that as well in this video, just kind of knock out two birds with one stone. But before I begin, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the stereotypical YouTuber thing. If y'all could like this video if you liked it, share if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, that'd be very much appreciated. But anyway, let's get started talking about Warriors Cats BlogClan Roleplay Season 3, the cancelled season that never was. So if you think back to 2016 when I first created BlogClan Roleplay, which now that I think about that, that was like 5 years ago. Oh my gosh, has time gone by. Oh, it feels like just the other day we were freaking out about clowns and spinning fidget spinners. Was that 2016? I don't know. We're not talking about clowns and fidget spinners. We're talking about Warriors. I started the series back in 2016 when I was still a pretty active member on BlogClan, which was a website created by Aaron Hunter writer Cary as a place for Warriors fans and really just Aaron Hunter fans in general to kind of hang out, you know, chat about the series, and just talk to one another online. And I had come up with the idea of a Minecraft BlogClan roleplay, just, you know, off the top of my head one day when I was like, you know, I kind of want to write a cute story about all the BlogClan characters turning into cats. And they're not even characters, they're just usernames of people that use the website. So I really had it intended for BlogClan Roleplay to be a long drawn out series. It was supposed to just be, you know, 3 or 4 one-off videos for fun. And I mean, if I'm completely being honest, it wasn't even my own original idea for a story. I kind of came up with the idea for it after reading Trailing Stars, I believe it was called, which was a BlogClan fanfic that, you know, had pretty much the exact same premise. BlogClan users being turned into Warriors Cats. So yeah, like I said, like the series really wasn't thought out. It wasn't even intended to be a series, and you know, I definitely didn't expect it to become as popular as it was. And I only had about 50 subscribers at the time, if I remember correctly, so really there wasn't anyone I was trying to impress with an amazing story. I was just trying to, you know, make some of the other BlogClan users happy. But once I started finding out that the series was actually, you know, picking up some viewers and kind of rising in popularity, I was like, well, what if I made this into a long, drawn-out story and added some of my own original characters to the mix? I was like, that might be fun. So I continued. I extended Season 1, or I created the idea of the rest of Season 1. Like I said, it was only supposed to be a couple of videos, but it became an entire 20-episode season where I came up with the whole Vine plotline where she tried to create an army of rogues because she hated humans and wanted to take down all of BlogClan. And it was just kind of a fun idea, but I never really addressed the main premise of the series, which was, you know, you got a whole clan of humans that are cats now. Like, you know, they kind of need to get back to being humans in the end. And when season 2 rolled around, I kind of started to address that. I started to, say that, oh, the Warriors are actually real, StarClan's real, so perhaps that means, they were the ones that turned people into cats. But then I was like, kind of running into the problem that was like, wait, but Cary is Cake Star? She's the one that helped write the books, so did she write the books knowing that StarClan was real? Like, I was running into a lot of fourth wall breaks and really weird circumstances. So, season 2, I just kind of continued the Vine story. I just brought in Dirt and Strike, which were 2 characters that were trying to kind of carry on Vine's legacy and finish the job she had started. But yeah, I was kind of stalling from actually having to write a story that made sense, because it didn't even make sense in my own head. So then season 2 ended, of course, and I was left with season 3. I knew from the start that I wanted season 3 to be the final season, but if that were the case, I would have to wrap up the StarClan storyline and the whole, we have to get back to being humans topic. And I was like, ugh, I don't know how to do this. I came up with some ideas, like maybe Cary was one of the original Warriors. Maybe she's a StarClan member that was turned into a human and wrote the series in order to, assemble a team to help bring back StarClan from, wherever they had gone. I thought maybe the Dark Force could come into play and, maybe we had to defeat the Dark Force in the final season and, bring back the clans to their former glory. But, like, none of it really made sense to me. And also, I was really stuck with not being able to develop characters like I wanted to, because, as I said, they weren't characters. I mean, like some of the rogues and non-clan cats that I brought in later on, they were original characters, but I mean, all the BlogClan members were actual people, so it felt weird to kill some of them off. Like, I felt bad for killing off Cat, the medicine cat, and Windsorpaw. And then I was also really hesitant to do ships, and a lot of people in the comments of BlogClan videos were really rooting for a lot of ships, and I just felt really uncomfortable with shipping characters together because they were real people, and I didn't want to, make any people on BlogClan uncomfortable. So I was in a pickle. I couldn't write a satisfying end to the plot, and I couldn't satisfy people with, character interactions and ships and deaths or anything. Like, also, I was kind of getting to the point where I was really getting into literature and writing, and I felt bad that I couldn't write a good story that was, well written. Like, I was just kind of at the hands of fan service and had to do stuff just to satisfy people watching the series. So at that point, it really didn't become fun to work on the series anymore. I just kept putting it off, said, oh, I'll take a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll come up with a way to finish the series later on. But then also, as some of y'all know, I kind of stopped doing some of the modded roleplay stuff just because, it wasn't really interesting me anymore. I was getting back into more of the survival stuff. I kind of came back to Minecats and started doing some work on the series some more. So, BlogClan just kind of faded into oblivion. I just kind of forgot about it. And, of course, people still watch the series to this day. I still get comments on the original video. Still get likes, views. I mean, I think just the other day we hit 100 dislikes, which I know dislikes is not something to be proud of, but, like, I don't know. It's just a big whole number of dislikes. I've never gotten that many dislikes before. It's kind of cool. But yeah, of course, a lot of people have asked After watching all of Season 1 and Season 2, where Season 3 is going to be, I kind of left a cliffhanger that Maple Shade was going to show up because she showed up at the very end of Season 2. And I was just, very overwhelmed. Didn't want to continue the series. So I was just, on a few live streams and in a couple Mindcats time lapses were just like, yeah, that BlogClan thing I did, it's not coming back, so y'all should just give up on it. And I felt so bad, but at that point I was just kind of so frustrated with thinking about the series that I just didn't really want to give anybody a satisfying conclusion. I was just like, forget it, it's not coming back, you can't do anything about it. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now it's 2021. And I'm finally addressing it, so there you go, guys. It's not coming back. Sorry to disappoint. But next, I have some Q&A questions from some of y'all. So maybe this segment of the video will make some of y'all happy. Maybe I can come up with some ideas by answering these questions of, how the series might have ended in an alternate universe. And just kind of, make y'all happy with that. I don't know, but let's see what questions y'all have for me. So question number 1, will there be a BlogClan revival? And if so, will there be more characters and clans? BlogClan? No, I'm done with BlogClan. I haven't even been on the website in a long time. So I wouldn't know which people to involve in this series to keep it relevant with what's going on there. And I would kind of feel kind of bad using the BlogClan name, even though I'm not really a part of the community anymore. So no, on that front. I have had ideas of creating another Warriors roleplay at some point. Nothing's in the works right now. It was just thoughts that I've had here and there before. But I wouldn't expect anything anytime soon. If I were to do another Warriors roleplay, though, there would certainly be more characters and more clans. I would probably set it in the main territories with the main clans, probably sometime between Dawn of the Clans and the original arc. But other than that, I really don't have any plans for another Warriors roleplay or any Warriors stories in general. So yeah, sorry about that. Question 2. If the series were revived, would you consider adding any fan OCs? Yes, but only with the condition that I could write whatever story I wanted for them. So it would have to be OCs that y'all maybe come up with the design for and come up with the personality for, but I would kind of have free reign on what I wanted to do with the characters. Because that's, like I said, one of the problems I ran into with BlogClan was that I couldn't really do the character development and tell the themes and stories I wanted because they were real people. Like, I had to kind of work around how the people in real life would behave. So I wouldn't want any of y'all to, as bad as it sounds, have any control over your own original characters. But I would definitely add in some characters, maybe named after some of y'all. It's just that they probably wouldn't end up in the way y'all would want them to end up. The story that y'all would want them to have. Question 3, have you considered animating Season 3? No. I cannot animate, and the thought of learning how to animate sounds awful, because I can barely, muster up enough patience to draw, let alone animate. So yeah, no. And again, it comes down to story over medium. I'm happy with doing, if I had a story to tell, I would like doing it in Minecraft because I think it's a fun way of telling stories. But it just comes down to I don't have a story to tell. So no, I probably wouldn't animate Season 3. Question 4, are you planning any BlogClan maps or PMVs with characters? No, I'm not really experienced with both, participating in maps or PMVs or hosting them, definitely not. But y'all are free to host any of those if y'all would like. I know Amber Pudding has been really big into animating some of the scenes from my series, and they created a Vine meme recently. So Amber, if you want to get together and create something, host it, I feel free to promote it, but I wouldn't host anything myself. Question 5. Was Vine meant to be the main villain of the series, or was somebody else going to be the main villain? Vine was just meant to be the villain of Season 1. I kind of only wanted to have villains stick around for one season at a time, and I guess she kind of lasted a little bit in Season 2 just through her son Dirt and Strike, who was a good close friend of hers. But no, Vine was not supposed to come back to life. I don't think I was gonna even intend for her to join the Dark Forest. She was just kind of a starter plot line to kind of get BlogClan to grow closer together. And yeah, I really didn't have any other plans for her for the rest of the series. But it always makes me happy to see how much y'all liked Vine. Because I didn't think I put that much thought into her, but y'all seem to love her, so I'm happy with that. Question 6. Did you ever want Ishard to get a mate? At the time of creating the series, no. Now I would be down with giving Ishard a mate if I were to rewrite BlogClan. However, you know, like I said, I wouldn't want it to be a BlogClan user. It would have to be an original character of mine, like one of the kitty pets, or one of the rogues. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be a BlogClan member because that just seems awkward. But definitely, I think that would have been cute to do in the series. Question 7. Did Ice ever want a relationship with Vine before she betrayed him? No, and I mean, y'all do you, but I really don't understand why a lot of people shipped Ishard and Vine together, because, I don't know, like, they really didn't have that many interactions with one another before she turned on BlogClan. Like, she helped him out here and there before she betrayed everybody. But, like, I don't know, she's just kind of in a couple episodes. There really wasn't a whole lot of bonding between the two. So, personally, I didn't ship them, and I don't believe it would have been in either of their characters to kind of have a crush on one another. Question 8. Did Ice ever aim to become deputy? If we're just talking about Ice as a character, no, I don't think he would have, you know, sought out to be deputy. He definitely, especially in Season 2, had a lot of moments where he kind of took on that role just on his own without really being asked to. Not because he thought, ooh, you know, if I do this, then I'm going to end up becoming deputy one day. But just because, you know, he thought it was right. So, no, I think if the story were to have gone on longer and I weren't so dependent on how BlogClan, the website, was actually structured, yeah, I think it would have been kind of fun to have it to where Ice would have been offered the job of deputy, but he definitely wouldn't have expected it. He would have been like, oh, really? You're offering me a chance to be deputy? Like, I never really thought of that happening before, you know? But I do think it would have fit his character to become deputy in the end. Question 9. Does BlogClan have any specific fighting styles? Like, similar to how SkyClan can jump through trees and such. BlogClan, no. If anything, BlogClan has even worse fighting styles than any of the cats in the actual Warriors book series, because if you think about it, they're humans that were turned into cats. So they're not natural fighters, and they're not natural hunters either, which is why there's so many scenes where I'm like chasing a mouse in the series, and I just take forever because I can't hunt. Which that was both because I wasn't very good at fighting in game, but also, you know, I thought it just added a little character to Ishard, and I would assume that a lot of the other characters would have hunted and fought the same way because, you know, we're humans. We're not used to having cat bodies, so of course we're not very good fighters. So if anything, yeah, no, they don't have any special fighting abilities. They're just really bad fighters. But hey, I mean, they managed to save the clan from an army of rogues and then 2 rogues that somehow managed to get explosives. I don't know, so maybe they are pretty good. Who knows? Question 10, would BlogClan have ever become human again? And if so, would they miss being cats? The answer to that question is yes. The whole plan all along was to eventually end the series with all of BlogClan returning to their normal human lives. I don't know if it would have been the case of, you know, them going back in time and just popping back into being humans where they left, or if maybe you know, they would have the ability to switch between being humans and cats, and they could just kind of jump between worlds. I really didn't think that far ahead, but I did intend for them to, at the end of the series, become humans again and kind of get what they wanted all along. As for whether they would miss being cats, that's kind of just up to the character. I mean, I'm sure Ishard would miss being a cat. Maybe some of the other characters, not so much. But who knows? It's just kind of all a matter of who it is, I guess. Question 11. Would any other future leaders of BlogClan have the ability to earn their 9 lives from StarClan? So if y'all can recall, at the end of Season 2, everybody found out that Cakestar, or Kate, had gains the ability to have 9 lives. StarClan had blessed her with 9 lives. And yeah, that meant that she was, you know, a full leader. Now, if she had died in the series and wasted all of her 9 lives, I don't know. Who knows if they would have been able to get more 9 lives. I would think so, especially since, like I said earlier, StarClan was probably they were probably the ones turning the humans into cats in order to save their way of life. So I'm sure they probably would have just kept giving 9 lives until BlogClan eventually was able to help them. But yeah, there really is no clear answer. I would like to think so, though. Question 12. What was the plan with Fallen Leaves and Rock? And did their existence mean the clans were in the world somewhere? Yes, their existence did kind of hint at the rest of the Warriors characters existing somewhere. Don't know if they existed at the same time as the clans or if they existed long before the clans. But yeah, they were definitely supposed to play into a plot line where they helped kind of find StarClan. Since they weren't StarClan cats themselves, they could kind of jump between the Dark Forest and StarClan. So they were supposed to have much bigger roles than they had. But unfortunately, you know, that didn't happen because Season 3 got canceled. Question 13. What was Vine's family like? I would imagine Vine's family kind of grew up being loners and rogues. I wouldn't expect them to have been kitty pets, and I believe the whole reason that Vine hated Two Legs was probably due to either her own experience of being abused by Two Legs, or maybe her family, her mother or father, had been hurt by Two Legs, and she had kind of developed a hatred for them due to how they treated her family. I never really went into it. If I were to rewrite the series now, I probably would have given her a lot bigger of a backstory, and probably would have involved animal abuse into it. As sad as it sounds, like I feel like it's a topic worth talking about and kind of covering. Because I feel like it would be a good motivation for her to hate the Two Legs. So yeah. Question 14. Did Vine ever regret her choices or consider forgiving the humans? While she was alive, I don't believe so. Because as we saw at the end of Season 1, she died in the middle of battle trying to kill the clan cats. Like right up until her death, she was adamant that you know, Two Legs were evil and that they should all die. However, if she had ended up living, if she hadn't been killed by the fireworks, what a way to die, by the way, fireworks. Had she not been killed, though, perhaps she would have learned to kind of learn more about the Two Legs. She probably would have found out that not all Two Legs were bad, but you know, as any villain's downfall should be, you know, the whole reason she was the villain and the reason she was a bad character is because she failed to try to learn about the humans and figure out that they weren't all that bad. Oh gosh, I need some water. Y'all can probably hear me stuttering because like my mouth is so dry, but it's okay. I only have a couple questions left, so we can do this. Question 15, had Vine ever killed anyone before meeting the clan cats? Now, before she met the clan cats, I don't think Vine would have killed anybody. At least not any other cats. Because she has no problem with cats. Maybe if it were in the case of self-defense, she could have. But honestly, I think that she kind of got her bloodlust once she met BlogClan because she realized, you know, that these were humans and she had a chance to kind of hurt the people that had hurt and captured her. So yeah, before BlogClan, probably not. After BlogClan, yes, she definitely had killed some people. I mean, she killed Walter in an episode, so yeah, she definitely ended up killing people. Speaking of Walter, question 16. What was Walter's past like? So, in case y'all don't remember, Walter was a loner that Ishard had rescued from Two Leg Place whenever it was first being built. He had been captured by the Two Legs, and really hadn't been there that long until Ishard came to rescue him, and he just decided to hang out with BlogClan, just because he felt like they were nice and that he could kind of return the favor to them. So I don't think Walter lived a very interesting life. I mean, the whole reason I brought him into the series was because he was supposed to die. I was just gonna keep him around a couple episodes and then have Vine kill him in the end. So he wasn't supposed to be a super deep character with a big backstory. So I think he was just a loner. He just kind of hung out. Probably had a nice family. I would imagine so. Hopefully. Question 17, did Vine name herself? No, I don't think she did. I mean, even in the book series, rogues don't really name themselves all that often. It's just usually the name their parents give them. So I would believe Vine was just named after her parents. And the same goes for Dirt. He was named by Vine. And finally, question 18, do you have any BlogClan AUs? I mean, a few here and there. They're not like huge AUs, like, oh, what if Cakestar was evil? Or, oh, what if J. Frost and Hazelborough had never made up, you know? Like, they weren't like huge what if scenarios. More of like small changes that I would make to the series, really, which I guess counts as an AU. AU, for anyone that doesn't know, is alternate universe. But yeah, it'd basically just be like a version of BlogClan where Vine has a bit more of a fleshed out backstory. Maybe one where Vine ends up living, or Dirt even. I think it might have been kind of interesting if I had let Dirt live, or Strike. Just small things like that, but nothing too big and grandiose. If you guys have any BlogClan AUs, I'd love to hear them. Let me know down in the comments what they are. Well guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that y'all aren't too sad that the series is over. I mean, it's been a while since any episode has come out, so if y'all hadn't heard that I had discontinued the series, y'all probably could have pieced it together. But yeah, no more BlogClan. I'm sorry to anybody that might be sad by this. I am going to throw it at the end of the BlogClan playlist, so that way anybody that finds the series later on can kind of discover what happened on their own. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If so, like it if you can, share this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, guys. Bye. Ishard is meowed.